Well, hello, all you wild, weird, wacky, wonderful, fantastic people live out there in YouTube land. I'm late, I know, and I didn't even tell people that I was going live. I'm really sorry. I have to get better at this. Um, my time sort of isn't my own this time of the year, so I just have to kind of pop on when I get a chance. Oh, I'm just going to wait for a few minutes, see that people see that I'm live. I'm really bad at this. I'm going to have to start. Well, even when I schedule, I can't really commit to the time. So I just have to pop on when I have the chance. So we just give it another minute or two. Oh Lord, it's really warm, but it's still raining. God, is it ever going to stop? I'll drop the link. Now, yeah, I'm running really late today, but as I said, it couldn't be helped. I had a lot of stuff on. Hey Sheila, how's it going, darling? Yeah, I know I'm late. I've been late today. It's just one of those days. I got delayed everywhere I went. So, yeah, I'm late. I'm very late. You know me, I'm either mad late or I'm mad early. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but yeah, it just everything today was just taking so much longer to get anywhere to do anything because of the rain and hey YouTube lady, hey Betty. Yeah, it was just taking so much longer to get anywhere today because nobody will walk anywhere when it's raining. Like I don't blame them, mind you, I live too far from the town, so I couldn't. But yeah, it was just the usual chaos when it's raining. Yeah, so how is everybody? Sheila killed you. Why? What? Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Why? What did Sheila do? What did What did you do, Sheila? Should I ask? Should I even ask? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I think I do know what it was. I think I do know what it is. Is it a ballad? I can't. I'm on my phone, so I can't. Is it a ballad by any chance? Would it be a ballad? Ah, yes, yes, a good bit of country and country western music. You can't beat a good bit of country music. Yeah, I agree. All in. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, great song. Great song, I have to say. Brilliant song. Well done. Well done. On the lyrics. And the melody is actually bloody catchy. It's very catchy. I think you come you kept oh Lord, I don't have cowboy boots. Actually, that's something I must remedy. I don't possess a pair of cowboy boots. I must remedy that because I do think they're kind of cool. But real cowboy boots, they're mad expensive, aren't they? Over in the States, like proper ones, I think they're like crazy expensive. I did have a pair of baby Harley boots. I loved them. But yeah, no, I haven't. I've never. I don't particularly like pointed toe shoes on me. I know I've only got a small foot. It's like a 4 or 5. What's like a 37, 38. But like, I don't know. The pointed shoes just make me feel like I have barges for feet. You know that way. I really don't like them. But boots, not boat. Boot. Yeah, yeah. I know you have 2 legs. I'll feck off. I was in mid laugh when I said that. Oh Lord, yeah. I mean, Sheila's so talented. I mean, her talents just out. You know, they just stun me on a daily basis. They absolutely do. Such a talented lady. So I don't know. I mean, oh Lord. I mean, talking about it again. Like, I mean, why would you post a picture of yourself? Okay, if you've had an altercation like that. First of all, for me, I think I would imagine that I would be feeling quite awful and a little bit nervous and a bit shaken up. And hey, lady, which hey, listen, thanks for picking me up on the broom. Cheers for that. Like, yeah, I was in big trouble, big engine trouble, but you got me. But anyway, back to the thing. You know, I personally wouldn't post a picture of me like that. If I, I may tell the story of what happened, but I don't think I personally post a picture of me. Probably I wouldn't even mention it, to be honest. I might mention it to friends, but I mean, it's not something that I'd put on YouTube. Um, yeah, I just find that a little bit odd. But each to their own, whatever. But I just find it just you know, she accused Salty, which I will never forgive her for in this life or any other, for saying that the DV was all lies. Fuck it, domestic violence. That's what it is. I'm not doing this DV shit. I can't be dealing with it. I mean, these things need to be called out for what they are and said for what they are. So so she's thinking, oh, well, Salty got all this. Oh, poor Salty, poor this. And it wasn't poor Salty, poor this. It was nothing of the sort, because Salty doesn't need any, oh, poor Salty, this, poor Salty, that. What she got was support. That's what she got. She got support. And I don't know if she thought the same was going to happen to her, so she posted her bruise. It's like, oh, well, if you've got a bruise on your side, I can post one on my face. It's fucking childish. It really is. It's childish. Oh, my bruise is bigger than yours. Oh, go the fuck away. I mean, it's worse than children in a playground at this stage. I really do think it is. It's worse than kids in the playground. And I'd like to know what led up to that black eye. I mean, what did you do? Somebody has to ask the question, what did you do? A 13-year-old boy is not going to just walk up to you and box you in the face for no reason. They're just not. So, I mean, my question is, what did you do? What did you say? Were you sticking your nose or your beak in where it wasn't wanted, where it wasn't supposed to be? If you saw young lads acting out or misbehaving or doing whatever they were not supposed to be doing, there's a thing called a phone, yeah, which you should know because you live on yours. You pick it up and you dial 999 and you ring the police and you let them deal with it. You don't go sticking your nose into like teenagers. I mean, that's just idiotic. Why would you do that? Because then, like, you're marked then every teenager in a 10-mile radius. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, you're marked then for every teenager to come and take the piss out of you. Or it's just a stupid, stupid thing to do. And now you put it on YouTube, and the likelihood of one of their parents seeing it is pretty high. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would have done that, to be perfectly honest. I really don't. Karma's a bitch. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Betty. Sharon JC was right. Her eye was blended purple and blue makeup. You know what? And it made me laugh. She was showing the bloodshot eyes and things like that. Anybody can have a bloodshot eye. I mean, my friend's a makeup artist and she got this really cool stuff that it's just a little drop and you drop it into your eyes. It's for movies, because we used to do all that. Well, she still does, but I don't. But it's just to give that bloodshot effect look in your eyes, and it's so realistic. It is frightening. It's not expensive. It's actually quite cheap, and all these little things are very, very cheap and very, very easy to fake and whatever. Um, I'm not going to say that she faked it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea what happened to her, but I find it a little bit odd that she wouldn't say what happened or how it came about. Do you know what I mean? I just think that's a little bit odd, because a teenager is not going to come up to, you know, a woman hitting her 60s, whatever, and just start punching her in the face for no reason. So I would like to know what led up to that, and if they were mouthing off, walk away and call the police, sorry, I should say, for the UK. You call the police and just let them deal with it. Like, why would you go sticking your nose into a hornet's nest of teenage lads? I don't know. I don't know what happened and I don't care. I just think it was a ridiculous thing to do. Um, you know what was it, one of our birthday pictures or something? It was like, oh, thanks so much, and no black eye. Next day, black eye. And then no black eye. I don't fucking know. I really just don't care. I mean, I think all of these are just like half mad and starved of attention all their lives, and this is what they do to get it. Just think it's sad. you know um Yeah, I wonder where was the Norwegian whale hunter? Where was he? Was he for her birthday? Like, I thought he would have been definitely around, but obviously not. If rub my eyes, mine could do the same thing. Cry. Oh yeah, I mean, I think we can all rub them like that and make them sore. My eyes my eyes are easily irritated. The fallout from cheaper, I should. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, since I had COVID, I still get these little irritations in my eye. It's like little bits of dust or sand or grit in your eyes, and they become sort of bloodshot again, and it's quite sore. There's a black eye filter and that for anyone that's weird. Oh God, yeah. Why would you want to do that? But yeah, it's quite sore. So every now and again, they kind of still flare up, and it's quite uncomfortable. But I mean, it doesn't seem to be very much I can do about it. It's just sort of a put up with it type of thing now at this stage. But I know. I mean, there's not. I don't. Has she ever told the truth about anything? I wonder. I mean, what I would really I would really, really like her to explain what Salty called her out on when she was having a bad time and she was putting herself in serious risk by inviting strange men to her house. I would like that explained instead of swept under the carpet. Because God knows if it was you, me, JC, or anybody else. And please don't be insinuating about JC and drugs. Please stop doing that shit. Just stop. Just stop. You're a clown. You're an absolute clown. But I would like to see why that's been swept under the carpet, why nobody's speaking about that. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's questioning her about that. It's very annoying because if it was you, me, or anybody else, we would have been torn, as Kiss says, from the Y to the E on YouTube, all over the place for it. You know what I mean? And well, we'd never be able to fucking lift our heads ever again. But no, we're not to focus on that. We're to focus on this 13-year-old kid who boxed her in the face. But why? I have two brothers. I grew up with teenage boys. I know what teenage boys are like, and they can be a bit rowdy and mouthy, but they're certainly not going to go up to a woman pushing 60 and box her in the face for no reason. So, provocation, was that involved? I'd like to know. Like, what? Yeah. Anyway, we won't find out about this either, I'm sure. Whether it was reported or whether it wasn't reported. I'm sure we won't hear this will be another thing that'll be swept under the carpet and just never mentioned ever again. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I can talk about with that because I really just couldn't be arsed spending any more time on her. Hang on a second, I just dropped the link. Um, I'm just really irritated at the way she went at Salty and the way she goes at JC. It's like, you know, give it a rest. I mean, if you want to talk about drugs, everybody's on drugs that's of some sort. You're on medication, it's still a drug. So let's stop all slinging bullshit around the place, okay? Let's just stop it. Yeah. I mean, where JC is, there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly legal, so maybe worry about cleaning up your own back garden before you start pecking your fucking beaky nose over the fence into other people's gardens where it doesn't belong. So, she might have been oh. I'm not going to read that out, but I'll put it up. Oh my lord. If a kid punched me, they would be dead. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, if a young lad come up to me and punched me, I would hammer him back into the ground. I absolutely would. I mean, he wouldn't know what hit him, and it's self-defense. If somebody hit you, you can hit them back. Simple as that. It comes down to who threw the first punch, and it doesn't matter whether they're a child or whether they're an adult. As far as I'm concerned, if you're big enough to throw it, it means you're big enough to accept the consequences. So, yeah, consequences to actions. That's another thing that I'd like to talk about as well. You know, this whole farce with the crowd justice and that family, I don't even like bringing up their name, to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't. Um, but I tell you one thing, they have fed off that family's name for a long, long, long time. For the past, what, 6 years? They've been feeding off that name. Every single post or whatever. Somehow they always manage to put that family's name in there. We don't do that. I certainly don't do that. I honestly let them get on with it. Whatever happens, happens. But you know what? Because of all the lies and the deceit and all the nastiness that's happened, I am now hoping that AD sort of wins. But when I say wins, like what you know, I really don't give a fuck. But I would like to see Junior getting a little spanking, you know, for his lies. And I'd like to see the solicitors, in fairness, getting a little bit of a spanking for all their shady crap as well. You know, I mean, how can you sue somebody for telling the truth? Is what I would like to know. Holy bullshit! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will do better. I'll try and do better. But like, how can you take somebody to court for telling the truth? Is what I don't understand. I mean, anything as far as I can see, AD has done no more, no less than anybody else on YouTube. He's said no more, no less, and actually, he'd been very kind, I think, in a lot of ways about Shanann and her children. Um, yeah, and it's bizarre to me that it's like you spun the YouTube wheel and then just stuck a pin in it, and it was like, AD, yeah, you're making money, I'll have that. You know, like, you do have a criminal record. You know, you did all these things. You do suffer from depression. You had depression long before this ever happened to your family. And I'm very sorry that, you know, that's where your mental health is at. And I wish it better for you. I wish it better for anybody who's suffering with depression. But I don't know who was driving you to do this in the first place, but it was a terrible, terrible thing to push you into or even advise you to do. It was a ridiculous thing to do. You know what? That's just my opinion. It's my opinion, and it's not facts. It's my opinion. Um, but yeah, I think it was a disaster of a thing to do, because I think it's dragged up more unnecessarily negative things about that family than would have ever happened. You know. Um, yeah, and it's just really not showing any of them in a good light. And as for their little minions now, these people on YouTube, do you know what? It's embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing. I mean, JC and Salty spelled it out and dumbed it down for the most idiotic of us on YouTube. And I'm not saying I'm a clever clogs, far from it, you know. Um, but they did. They broke it down for every one of us. And, you know, this is what that means. This is what this means. This is what that means. And it was quite clear to see what was being said, you know, and yet you somehow twist it into Frankie one. There hasn't been, that's not the case. It's not the case. It's not over yet. It's not finished yet, you know. And as I say, I hope AD does well with his appeal. Um, yeah, I just think the whole thing's a fucking farce. I mean, it's since all the evidence that Claire Morgan compiled had to be binned. Like, what have they got left? You know, to warrant the amount of money that they raised to take this claim forward. What have they got left? You know, that's what I would ask. And whatever they might have, well, who's that been gathered by? Because, you know, I think everybody here can prove that they are self-confessed trolls. They have doctored and, you know, manipulated texts, lives, fake lives, sorry, emails, all sorts of things, you know. So that would have to come into question about those people too. And especially if somebody is selling themselves as an IT specialist, IT security specialist, and they're nothing of the sort. well, then I would imagine that if anybody had gathered information on those grounds and that wasn't true, that would have to be relooked at. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm not a solicitor, but I would imagine that would have to be the case. Maybe not. I don't know. Sheila, a friend of mine, believes there was a discrepancy in a payment agreement and she came out on the losing end. Oh, okay. Right, hang on, let me see, what was that Sheila said? She might have... Okay. Right. Does anybody want to come up for a chat? Jesus, it's warm here. It's so clammy, and it's that hazy rain. It's just heavy and ugh. I do believe we're having a horrible storm heading towards us. I'm just praying to God we don't have, like, we don't run out of electricity, or run out of electricity. We don't get a power outage again. Like the last time we had an outage was like for a week. I thought I was going to lose my mind. But I mean, I have to say the hotels and everything around here were really, really good. Anybody that lived closely around, you could go in and use the bathrooms and, use a shower or a bath or whatever. They were really decent about that. And you could charge your phones and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, they were really kind. So I wonder if they're gearing up for it again. I hope to God not. I mean, it's just miserable when you've no electricity. I mean, we're not so bad. If it's not cold enough for a fire, but we can always light one, and we have a gas top, so we can still cook. But yeah, it's just charging your bits. I need to charge me bits. It's good weather for your sunflowers. Listen, come here to me. I planted a load of sunflowers, okay, in the last house we lived in. And not one of them, not one of them feckers faced into me. Every one of them faced out to my neighbour. I was very unimpressed. They were big, huge things. I had bought the seeds, I think, about 2 years beforehand. And I threw them into a little bag, a little cotton bag in the shed, and I completely forgot about them. And I took them out, and I was going through them, going through stuff, binning things. And when we were moving, and I found them, and I threw them in. Oh my God, the height of them. You could see them from miles down the road. And oh, I loved them, but I think I got the seeds too early. Some of them are okay, but I think I got the seeds too early. Oh, I love them too. I absolutely love them. They're gorgeous. They're just a big, I don't know, they just make you happy the minute you look at them, don't they? Well, what was the other ones that I had that, oh, we have these like wild rabbits and hares around here, and they sort of they get in and they ruin my plants sometimes. But I'm not bitching about them because I love them. But oh, sometimes I really want to kill them. My sweet peas, they flattened all my sweet peas. We're on well water, so no lucky, no running. Oh yeah, well, you know what? We're Stormy with Chance of Rainbows. How you doing, Darren? We're on a very small group scheme here, and it is a well as such. And so when we have no power here, the pump for the well is gone. So yeah, we're the same. We have no water. We have no water or electricity, and it's a fucking nightmare. I hate it. But we do have another well up the road that we can bring the big gallon drum things up to, and fill them up and bring them home for the loos and all that kind of business. And then, when you want to go have a shower, just run up to the hotel, and they're really, really good. I have to say, it's just a bit of a fucking hassle. It's an extra hassle that you don't need, but at the same time, while you're there, you can charge your phones and, other batteries and this, that, and the other. I'm just going through things here today. I'm thinking, oh Christ, if that hits the weekend, oh. So yeah, I better get all my crap together, get it all in order, and get it charged, because I couldn't be dealing with that again. Hello, my darling.
Hello. I didn't think I was going to be free this afternoon, but here I am. How are you?
Yay! I gotta miss you, darling. I haven't spoken to you properly and I don't know how long.
And oh, this week's mad.
I know. Look, at this time of the year is mental for you. I know that.
Crazy busy. Everybody's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And I ended up right in the middle of it all, but whatever.
Oh, did you hear the ballad that
Oh, did I? Well, a lung up. I lost both my kidneys. Then I had like a asthma attack. But did you read the description she put with it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, hang on.
I know. I will go and read it. I will go and read it. Let me have the laugh.
You need to, because it's only 4 lines, and I hadn't noticed it, and she put it in a chat, in the comments, and said, please go and read the description. So I thought, oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
Let's have a look. Oh, Christ. Well, I started laughing again. So, yeah. But I'm singing.
I'm afraid to go and look, because my lungs need to stay in my body, because I can't be dealing with losing my lungs again. Hey, Elflowers.
Yeah, Shazza dude. And isn't it, Stormy with a Chance of Rainbows? Hi. And Sheila. Yeah, the bit that making me laugh was your emotional support goblins got to go.
Oh, don't start me off again.
Hiya, Stella. Oh, if I can see Stella there in the chat. Bloody hell. But all I've been singing, right, so I've been trying to work. Luckily, like my, what shall I call it? My shift, shall I say? I don't work shifts, but you know what I mean. I don't want to give me profession away. But I'm driving home, and all I'm singing is Dirty Ho. Dirty Ho.
Well, please, I've been trying to get rid of it so I could come live, because I've been humming it and singing it. And I'm like, I can't go on live singing that fucking song.
You should play him with it. Do you remember when I played him with that one? Do you remember? Got a mattress soaked in piss. Oh God.
Oh yeah, but listen, I do you know what do you make of all this shite that's going on? I really don't know. I mean,
which shite are we on about now? There's so much shite that I've not been
I mean, the usual from this whole black eye business. Do you think it's all poor me with that crap? I really just don't.
I did make a point in JC's,
fructose. Sorry, I'm just reading stuff.
Those like them little, them little green tree frogs that you get in South America or wherever the fuck they come from.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's one of them. So, well, funny enough, and I've never been one, because obviously I know people who've been the victim of domestic violence. I know people who've been the victim of random stranger attacks.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but, I do know I've got quite a large circle of friends and acquaintances and colleagues. So, the grand scheme of things, and a lot live in cities. So there have been like stranger on stranger attacks or domestic violence. And I've never been one to actually cast aspersions on anybody, because I will take people at face value, and I will always accept if somebody's saying something bad's happened to them, then I'll accept it. But after that mess, because she knows Salty was telling the truth, and because she said what she did over her, just because, and you know where it came from, the goblin.
Yeah.
And it just shows that it's, men before desperado. So now, and when that happened, I was talking to Sheila on the phone. We were having a chat, because I was fuming about what happened with Salty.
Oh, stop
the fat knacker then decided to tell people I'd left my ex and moved straight in with another man. You lying fat bastard. That still pissed me off, but whatever. And I said to Sheila, watch this now. I said, because people are rallying around Salty and they're saying how disgusted that they are with her, because she knows that was the truth, and she was there at the time, and she was a friend of Salty's. And I'm going to say friend in the very loosest possible term, because you're no friend to anybody but yourself, you selfish cow. And I said, watch this, because she doesn't like somebody else getting all of the attention, and because she can see how much attention Salty's getting, and it wasn't asked for. Salty wasn't asking for pity or sympathy or anything. She had to do that because that cow basically forced her hand to do it by calling her a liar.
Yeah.
And I said, watch this now. When she realizes how much attention Salty's getting and how much negative press she's getting, I said, watch this now, Sheila. And I did my usual 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said,
Oh, yeah.
watch this. She'll turn up being battered off someone. I said, whether it's she'll say that he hit her or she's walked into a wall or somebody's jumped on her in the street and knocked her on. I said, watch it. And look what fucking happened. And that's what I said. Lo and behold,
Yeah.
I called this out way back then. I called it out a couple of days after what happened to Salty. There's Sheila's in chat.
Yeah.
She said, true. We had the conversation. We were waiting. I don't tell lies. That's exactly what I said. She's so predictable. So no, I don't believe it. I don't. And like I said, if you go on, you know, people are calling her like, I can't call. I can say I don't believe her.
Yeah.
I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. However, I'm not going to say you're a lying cow and you've made it up, even though that's what I might be thinking.
Mhm.
But all I will say is that, you know, her local police service
Mhm.
do publish crimes on their website.
Right.
There is a local town police site, apparently.
Okay.
You know, so all you have to do, and I said that to JC, if you don't think she's telling the truth, go and check with Lancashire Constabulary, because they put all the crimes on there.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's very easy to do. So I personally can't be asked.
Yeah. No. Me either.
She's nothing to me.
No.
But I just don't get it. Like Lisa said, why would you put a selfie after being attacked or claiming to be attacked unless you were absolutely forced into it? Attention. It's like, look at me, Salty's got a bruised arm. I'm going to have a bruised face and a bruised leg.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, it's like if I lost one of my legs, she'll have lost 2 legs and an arm. You know.
Well,
I've
I've told her that. Yeah, well, I called her that before to Green Eyes. I said she's like a tragedy 12 Reef. If you've been Tenerife for a tragedy, she's gone to 12 Reef and had a worse one.
Yeah, I know.
It's like your mate, whatever somebody had. Oh, I've got a friend who had that. Oh, I've got a friend who had that. Oh, my mum did this. My sister did that. My brother did the other. They're just tragedy pimps.
I know. An uncle who died of this, an auntie who had that, another fuck right
Comes
off.
from the most unfortunate family on the planet, that one, I tell you.
I know. I mean, Jesus Christ. But like, what I don't understand the rationale behind posting something like that. If you've gone to the police, sorry, I keep saying the guards. If you've gone to the police about something like that, surely you wouldn't be putting that online, because you're setting yourself up then for other lads, teenagers, whatever, that might see it, or their parents might see it. You know, you're setting yourself up for a knock on the door.
And do you know what else is really funny at the minute? So apparently, and as you know, I don't use other than X and YouTube, I don't use any other social media.
Yeah.
But I do see things that other people. Brian's a bugger for doing it, because he'll post stuff in, as you know.
Yeah.
He'll send stuff to WhatsApp and go, look at this, and it's a TikTok video. I'm like, I can't view them on my damn phone because it wants me to add TikTok, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
However, there appears to be a bit of a trend at the moment. It's called the black eye trend. Have you seen it?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
No, well, neither am I, but I saw it yesterday. Somebody decided to send it to me.
Oh my God.
Exactly. It's basically, it's not a, what's it called? It's not a filter like a Snapchat filter or whatever it is they use, or an AI filter. It's actually showing people how to apply the makeup to cause a black eye prank. And there are people doing it everywhere. So
Oh my
just
God.
thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just pathetic.
I'm not saying that's what she's done, but it just is funny that that's kind of trending at the moment, isn't it? But whatever.
Yeah, it is a bit. Oh, for fuck's sake. I really don't know. I just think, she just held so much of everything, and it's all bullshit. You know, I mean, do you know what I mean? She overshares absolutely so much of everything, and there's no need for it. Nobody wants to know.
But it's the same again, isn't it? Like JC mentioned that other one. I'm not going to mention her name either. The one who, I don't talk about them. I have nothing to do.
God.
She never fucking shuts up. She never shuts up about anybody. She's the first one in there stirring the shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you're listening, because you will be, you are one of the most boring motherfuckers I have ever had the misfortune of reading drivel from. And I was very, very polite on the one occasion that I answered you. And I wished I'd basically told you to go and bore off, because you are so self-absorbed. You are sanctimonious as shit. Boring. If it's not you, it's that stupid Vlad. Just, you know, and we don't do anything. We never mention them. Oh, yes, you do. And Vlad, what was that thing she put? If it's, we don't tell lies, it's mistakes. Really?
Yeah.
They make mistakes. Yeah, well, you'd make a lot of mistakes, don't you? Is this complete fabrications or just mistakes, are they? Where did they come from? And you all do it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But anyway.
What was that thing where Martin's missteps?
What's that? I don't know. I saw it mentioned in JC's, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
Miss Martin's I think it was from her again.
From who?
Yeah, boring. And she was rattling on again about I don't know. And then I just saw, and you know, they even attacked Martin or something. I'm paraphrasing here, I can't remember, but it was for his missteps on here. Misstep? You mean for his stalking, his doxing, and every other fucking thing that he does on here? Are you actually out of your mind?
Missteps.
That's not a misstep.
A misstep that's a mistake.
Yeah.
That's wandering into the wrong chat and realizing, oh, maybe I shouldn't be in here. That's a misstep. Yeah. Maybe walking into your chat and saying, hi, everybody, I've come in here to try and do a little bit of can rattling for Wanky Junior. And us all going, get to fuck. That's a misstep. Yeah. But to actually physically go into people's Facebook accounts, steal the photographs, sexualize them, take other people's photographs who've never posted, such as myself, post them up, put out that people are stalking you when they actually haven't, never ever address the lies that you've told. When you're called out, what do we get? Crickets and we've had enough of YouTube. We're taking a break.
Yeah, I know.
You're lying.
Where was he for the wonderful birthday?
Oh, what birthday? 60th or something, was it?
I don't know. There was, I don't know. I saw a picture of the pajamas, or I don't fucking know. Oh, I don't know why people send
it. What? Of pajamas?
I think it was pajamas. I didn't really look at it, to be 100% honest with you. I just went, oh yeah, okay. Why are you sending me this? Like, you know, but yeah, I just thought, okay, well, where's the big birthday present from Norway? Where's the main man that was, you know, whisking her off there?
I'll be honest with you, no interest, none whatsoever. I've got enough of my own life going on that I'm interested in without having to pay any attention to some boring slob who just needs to go fuck off. Oh, hang on, where's I've just noticed Stella is traveling for 5 weeks, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia and Indonesia. I've been to Thailand, mate. It's amazing, but you've probably already been.
Oh, no, I haven't been to Thailand.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous. I do want to go to China. My daughter, I swear to God, she lives like the rich and famous. She's in Spain at the minute. She's only back from Italy. She was over in Spain, back. Now she's gone back over to Spain. She's gone to see a concert over there, and then she's in Madrid. Then they're going up to Valencia, I think, today, and then she's back, and then in another 2 days' time, I think, then she's off to China. And you know, she never stops. She's never here. She's never home. And then she's like, I'm so tired. And I'm like, duh. And then earlier on in the year, she was in LA. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Do you know what? This is why I do things that I go everywhere, because I think, do you know what? You're a long time in the ground. There's no pockets in a shroud. And while you're young enough and healthy enough to enjoy things, get out and do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Listen, I used to torment them when they were small about getting out of the world and traveling and seeing as much of it as they can. but I think she's kind of overstretched herself this year. LA was one thing, and then Europe is another, and now China. She's like, I am so tired. She said, that's it. I'm done for a while now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm too
Yeah.
tired. Yeah, it kind of hits you then after a while. It's just back to back to back to back, and like she was teaching over in Italy for 3 weeks as well. So. And she had the teenagers this time, so it wasn't an easy ride because they were
Oh,
teenagers being teenagers up until 1 and 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And then she had to drag them out of bed at 8 in the morning, and so and full days. So yeah, so she was pretty tired when she came back, and then she's just been on the go ever since. I tell you, to be that age and have that energy again, wouldn't it be lovely?
I was just trying to think while I was looking then what's been my best holiday, but I have had a lot. I've had a lot of holidays in a lot of different places. I mean, me and my friend went backpacking for 6 weeks. We went to Australia and
Lovely.
and I loved it that much. We went back, but that's when we did a stopover and we did 2 weeks in Thailand. We went for 6 weeks altogether, but went for 2 weeks in Thailand and I loved it. Loved it. But my friend's been to Vietnam, Stella, and she said it's amazing. She said it really is an amazing place.
Yeah. And did you stay in Bangkok? Because I believe that's like really, it's just the heat, the humidity, and everything is just really bad. And the smog.
Get off the plane and your clothes stick to you.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it'd be a bit like waking up on a pissy mattress. Yeah, everything was stuck. It's the humidity was off the charts. But then we went out. We didn't stay. That we only did one night. We went and stayed on Koh Samui.
Oh, nice! Oh, love to see that.
Oh my God, that was a tale in itself as well.
Yeah.
So we didn't have anywhere to stay.
Yeah,
about because we were only how old was it? 22, 21, 22.
Yeah.
No, a bit older because I'd left uni. Anyway, so we went and it was just like, yeah, let's go and blah, blah, blah. I had no idea where we were going. We just did what a lot of young kids do and hadn't planned anything because we're like, yeah, we'll be fine. Luckily in Australia, we got in with some Dutch lads and we all chipped in and bought a camper van. And we went up to Hamilton Island. We literally drove all around everywhere in this battered camper van. It was like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, but not gay. Honestly, I'm not even joking you, but those lads looked after us. They were, they wouldn't let any fellas come near us, pestering, and they're like, really nice guys. And then when we got to Koh Samui, we were like, where the hell are we going to go? We went into this like a cafe, real greasy spoon place. There was an Aussie in there. And he said, oh, I can sort you out. A friend of mine can sort you out with somewhere to stay.
Okay.
Like, right, okay. Anyway, next minute, this little Thai fella turns up, all smart, because the Thais are lovely people. They just grin. Even if they can't understand you, grin, big cheesy grin. Half his teeth are missing. Come on, get in the car. So we get in his car. He don't speak a word of English. We don't speak any Thai. We've got no interpreter. But this guy, this Aussie, has obviously explained to him in Thai that we want somewhere to stay. And he's saying it's his cousin has got the place for you to stay. We ended up in the fucking jungle, right? We ended up, and at this point, and I'm not even lying, there were no handles on the back seat of this car, in the back doors of the car. And I'm going to my friend Lee, and she's nearly crying because this is her last fling before she gets married. She's getting married when we get back.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to be dead. We're like, shit, how do we get out? What weapons have we got? Because I'm thinking we're going to be murdered. So all we've got is a manicure set that was in her hand luggage. So I've got one of those little metal nail files, the ones like your grandma's have.
Yeah.
And she's got the tiniest pair of nail scissors, right? If you'd have stabbed somebody with them, it'd have probably gone in 2 centimetres, if that. So I'm thinking you're going to have to make it good. Either go in an eye or try and get the jugular.
Yeah, exactly. If you go the right place, it'll do.
We ended up in this village and there's like raggy ass people coming out of the shadows with machetes and crap. And I am just, at this point, my arse is giving way. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And do you know what? He just turned up to get some keys from his cousin. We're in the back in 2 piles of shit on the back seat because we literally, and all he'd done, and he's grinning, oh, lady. And we ended up, and do you know what? We stayed in a beach bungalow. And so nice. We paid virtually nothing for it. But when we got there, I couldn't walk. The adrenaline had got me that bad because I thought I was going to be raped, murdered, and buried or chopped up and put in a soup. That was my experience on Koh Samui. However, beautiful place. Would totally recommend anybody going.
And you won't be murdered.
Sort your accommodation out before you go. It's a bit like Goa on steroids.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'd have been with you. I would have been shitting rings around myself, like literally. I would have been. Yeah. I mean, the thing you do when you're younger, you just don't see the danger in it, do you?
Well, I mean, we were doing that, you know, we just like go off to parties and things. And like I said, these Dutch lads, do you want to buy it? Yeah, we'll come with you. There's two girls with these three gigantic Dutch lads. And luckily they were nice guys. We could have been raped and murdered in the outback, but we had absolutely no sense.
I know. I mean, you wouldn't do it now, Jesus. But like back then, I was the same, sure. You know, like lads going off on motorbikes and where I can't even remember what country I was in. It must have been, was it Greece or?
Corfu. I'm going to say the buggers for that in Corfu.
Oh, it was somewhere around there, or Turkey. I can't fucking remember. It was somewhere over there hot. And like that, yeah, there was plenty of Dutch lads there as well, and Germans, and they were like, "Come on, we're going off here." Oh yeah, okay. Jumped on the back, had no idea who they were, didn't know their names, but we were off. We're all going. There was gangs of us going up, and we didn't know any of them. But we just thought, fuck it, come on, we'll go. They were the nicest people in the entire world. They brought us to a beach party, like I don't know how many miles up the road, and I was like, yeah. And then we're, you know, going through all these trees, and I thought, oh yeah, okay. Getting a little bit worried now. And then we came out onto the beach, and I saw the fire, and there was loads of people. I was like, yeah, it's grand. And then I never thought how we were going to get back. So the answer was we weren't. We were staying there for the night.
But it's just one of those things, you know, that's part of, not now, you know, you only talk 10 years on and I wouldn't do it. Yeah. You know, I know, I can't even imagine doing that now. And when I heard of one of my nieces was going, you know, she was like, when I've finished, so when she's planning on finishing her A levels, she's still got another, but she's going to take a year out and she's going to go traveling. And I was like, that to my sister, don't let her. It's not safe. And plus I know what shit I was getting up to. I was all over the bleeding place, was pissed every night and waking up on the beach sunburnt to shit.
I think we all did that.
There.
But you know what? You know, mad things used to. I remember before I must have been. I'm trying to think back when I first kicked off the thing. It was either Spain or Greece. I can't remember. But my dad was like, "Oh, you don't talk to strange people." I'm like, they're all going to be fucking strange. I'm in a strange country, you know. He's like, "Yeah, you'll get kidnapped and your kidneys will be taken and they'll just fuck you down."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was my dad. My dad's going, "You've seen Hostel, right?" Thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. I was really looking forward to this. Now every fucker I'm looking at is like, oh, I don't know if I like you. But yeah, and then you get a couple of beers into you and everybody's wonderful.
and I tell you what was really funny. So where was this? I can't remember if this was, no, it was in Australia. So there's this German lad is chatting me up this night. We're all I think it was a beach party, but I can't remember what for. But anyway, we're sitting around and this German lad's chatting me up. And my mate's going, she said, I can't tell what, because I couldn't tell what he was saying. For a German guy, he didn't speak great. You know, not like Frank, who can speak perfect English. This guy was really struggling. And I asked him what his name was. Right? And he said... And I still to this day don't know if it really was his name or not, because my mate just told him to go fuck himself and drag me away. I asked him what his name was and he said Hans. And I said, oh, Hans what? And he said, hands off. And she went, fuck off, is it? Come on, he's a knob. And I didn't know, this guy was looking really gobsmacked. And I thought, mate, it might have been his real name. So I don't know.
It sounds a bit like a piss take to me, though, doesn't it? Like hands off.
But the thing is, it could have very, very easily have been, or Hans Hoff, and I might have misheard it. But yeah, she's like fuck it is. Oh, grief. Anyway. Oh,
Well,
hiya, Brian.
hey, Brian. Hiya, Frank. Hi, baby love. Hello to anybody that I missed.
Frank's in there,
When
didn't see him
they
either.
going to yes, she is. She's going to China in when she comes back from Spain. I don't know, in about 4 days. I think she's heading off to China. The company that her partner works for, because they sent him over twice already for a few weeks, they felt bad, so they're sending her too for a couple of weeks. So like, I am so bloody jealous.
I've got that stupid song in my head now.
Oh,
Which
don't start!
I
Don't
have
start!
to. I've got to do it.
Go on, do
Just Sheila, because it's China. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken, have a drumstick.
it. Can you get her to check where my Temu order is? I will ask her. I'll get her to check in with HQ. I'll ask her.
Yes. Oh, well, I've got my notification came up today. It's 50 days till our holiday. I'm on a countdown now.
Where are you going?
Ah, that'd be telling, wouldn't it?
Ah, you wagon. We need a catch up. We need a proper catch up. I haven't caught up with you in ages. We need
We're going
a proper...
adventurising.
You are?
We're going being adventurers. We'll be doing sea kayaking and paddle boarding and hanging off. Well, no, I don't want to do the mountain climbing shit. I might do a bit of abseiling, but he literally does the, where they're not tied on.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, exactly.
No, thank you.
He's really good at it, but yeah, it's turned into what was going to be a lovely, relaxing holiday. I now feel like I'm doing like SAS Who Dares Wins, or
Gonna have to go training for this shit.
What?
Money messing.
What was that?
I said you're gonna have to go into training for this shit.
Why does it we're walking like 17 miles a flaming day? He's coming for his tea later on when he's finished work today.
Yeah.
Come here straight away. I've got tea ready. I'm even doing healthy shit. We're having steamed fish tonight.
Ooh.
And then when that's gone down, he'll go, right, let's take the dog out. We will do an 8-mile walk tonight, from probably leaving here about 6 o'clock. And it's fast as well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? You won't have any legs left. I mean, you're small enough as it is, babe. I mean, the two of us are around the same height. You'll be a little nubbin. You'll be just a little nub of a person.
I've got like nubs. I've not got like my legs left anymore. So, Aaron, I've tried playing dead, and he goes, "I'll take it easy for you, love."
Oh, nice. Yeah. My friend's brother has this little dog, and he looks like a shaggy, miniature, tiny greyhound, but he's only like the size of a Jack Russell. And like that, he goes off walking, God knows how many hours every evening, and they're like, Jesus Christ, there'd be nothing left of that dog. Sure, he was an Irish wolfhound when I got him. He's walked the legs off.
It's the thing is, I kind of understand it, because he's not how do I say it? He's one of these people, because he's done a lot of coaching for outdoors crazy people.
Okay.
So he's one of these people who wants you to be the best that you can be. So he does it in a good way, and he's really encouraging. But I said, I would like to have a couple of days where we're shit-faced and do nothing.
Yeah, pretty.
And then again, maybe we could do that after we've climbed this mountain. Oh, God.
Oh, that'll be your reward. That'll be your reward. You'll have a
Maybe
whopping hangover.
Yeah, maybe I'll just have to get a load of new like Rigby and Pella underwear and waltz around the house in it and try and tempt him not to go outside.
Good idea. That's a quick trip into Victoria's Secrets before you head off.
I've never ever bought Victoria's Secret.
I bought one or two of their bits. They're okay. They're nothing special, really, to be honest. They're all right.
Yeah, like I said, Rigby and Pella, my pop stuff. Otherwise, it's just I'll be honest with you. Just my day-to-day stuff. It's Asda's finest. I don't care, but me good stuff is R&P.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly not going to be going out wearing my good stuff into the fields when I'm pulling and dragging and doing all sorts of things. No, 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 no.
I'll be honest with you. If you're wearing jeans,
Yeah.
a lot of the time, because you don't want to VPL, do you?
No, no. And I buy those the specific underwear that you don't get them, and they're not the prettiest, but they're fine. They're basic and they don't give you the knicker line that I hated growing up.
Oh, I'm thinking more of like going commando. It's one of those things. There's loads of my friends do it now. It's just a commando evening if you're wearing really tight jeans.
Yeah, no, I do the no visible panty line underwear things. I
Well,
find it I can't I'm too much of it, I suppose, bet into me Catholic.
all right.
Can't go out without knickers on.
Fur coat, no knickers. I always remember that was one of me now.
Yeah.
Red shoes, no knickers.
My granny would reef me if she saw me going out the door with no knickers.
Well, I hope she wouldn't be looking to see if you had no knickers on.
Oh, well, I don't know. This one, like, now to turn around, let me see it. Turn around, let me see it.
She was saying, don't mention a camel toe. Well, super.
Camel toes. Oh, God, no. No, we won't mention them. Yeah, no, there are clothes now that you can get that don't give you that look.
Yeah, Brian. No, Wickham wears polar neck knickers. Just put knickers up to your boobs. She has a polar necks.
Well, no, not quite. Not quite. No, I don't wear the big granny Bridget Jones knickers now. Come on.
Old grandma knickers.
Pardon?
Old grandma knickers.
Oh, granny knickers.
Oh.
They're sexy again, huh?
Always just put their spare pair in your handbag in case you needed an ambulance. Right, Stormy, if there's no word of a lie, I got run over when I was 16. I was telling this story on Wickens live, I don't know, last week or the week before. I got hit by it was like a removals van reversing out of a road without anybody seeing it. I came around the corner, bang, I ended up trapped underneath it. Long story short, they went running down to get my Irish nana, who came flying up the road. I am lying trapped under a vehicle. They're waiting for the ambulance to turn up, the police, whatever. The guy driving the van is having a nervous breakdown and said, now do you see why I always tell you to put clean knickers on in the morning? And I will never forget that. God love her, and she's been dead many years, but I will never forget that's what she said to me.
Oh my God, your poor I know, but Irish grannies are mental like that. They really are. They really like not. Oh my God, are you okay now? Aren't you glad now you had clean knickers on? I was going to put them on anyway. Fuck's sake!
It weren't just that. You think about it. If you had I fell off out of a tree. Right, I was kind of playing around where I shouldn't have been. I fell out of a tree. There was a load of wood drop. There were bomb holes near where I used to where I grew up. You know, when the Germans were going back at you, damn Germans, Terry, if you're listening, when the German bombers were emptying after been trying to bomb the docks at Liverpool, and obviously they had to lighten the planes to go back. So a lot of the bombs were just dropped randomly across the countryside. And where I grew up, there were bomb holes in the woods. So people used to throw shite in them, you know.
Oh,
like rubbish bits of wood. I fell out one of these tree swings onto wood and a 6-inch nail, and I kid you not, it went through my elbow. It missed went right in the center of my joint and came donate the player. Hate the game. Frank, I'm totally pro-German, love you're all right. So I'm running back down to the house with a nail stuck from the back of my elbow, sticking out the front of it. Looked like I've been semi-crucified, right? I'm running. I walked in. First of all, she sees this. I'm like, no, blood everywhere, squirt, squirt. Crack round the side of the head. You've been on those tree swings again, haven't you? When you've been told not to. She then proceeded to get pliers. She got the pliers out, got hold of the back of the nail, and with no warning whatsoever, yanked it out, and then poured TCP undiluted into the hole. From the front of the arm into the back. I've got a lovely scar.
Oh, that was my nana too. That's her heart. Yeah, she was the same. Unless there was organs hanging out of you, physically hanging out of you, or a bone protruding. There's nothing wrong with you. Get out and play. Go on, get out, get out.
Well,
Like, because I lived, well, my mom lived in the inner city in Dublin, and I used to go visit her there because I lived in a different part of the city with my granny and granddad. It was by the sea, but so I, I would go and visit my mom, and then I'd go and visit my cousins, and this particular area there was no parks or whatever, so the kids used to make their own swings on the lampposts. So you get a rope, you tie it around the lamppost, and then you'd wind it, and then you'd swing. But when you get too close to the pole, if you didn't stop yourself, you got nutted on the pole.
you maypoled yourself, didn't you?
I come into my auntie's house with my big fucking yoke hanging out the top of my head like you. Bang! What were you told about swinging on them fucking poles?
I know, you got like a twatting for everything. And I'll tell you what was very, very funny, right? So when I busted my kneecap and I had to have surgery on it, my right knee, when a horse riding accident, in case anyone was worrying, I didn't get beaten by a 13-year-old randomly. I smashed my eye socket, fractured my cheekbone, and busted my knee. So they did an x-ray, and the doctor, I think I've told you this privately, the doctor said, have you been shot? Have you served in the armed forces? And I went, do I look like I've served in the armed forces? Behave yourself. What? He said, so at the very bottom of my calf, there's a foreign object that looked bullet shaped. I'm looking at it, and he said, it's not no harm. It's just, it looks like a bullet. And this is, again, I'll swear on my poor deceased grandma's life and my poor deceased mum's life that this is the truth. When I was around about 9 or 10 years old, I was always walking around in bare feet. I was always getting told off for it.
Yeah.
Never put shoes on, always out in the garden. I got a really sharp piece of gravel went into the heel of my right foot. Really sharp, and it actually went into the pad of my heel.
Oh,
bottom of my foot. And I was so scared of telling my nana, because I knew she'd got a knife to dig it out. I left it. And that's what it was. It had actually started to work its way up and stopped at the start of my muscle. So bits of muscle and all sorts had grown around it. So I have got what looks like a bullet in the bottom of my calf, but it's actually a pebble from when I was a little girl.
I remember breaking my 2 baby fingers and being terrified to go home. I was terrified to go home. I was playing basketball. I tripped and I fell, and I was trying to hold on to the ball, but my 2 baby fingers went right back, and I broke my 2 baby fingers. And I was terrified to go home. I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. They're grand. The teacher's like, no, you need to go home. You need to go home. They definitely look broken. I have 2 bandy baby fingers because I never said a word when I got home.
Well, you'd get on with our Pete then, wouldn't you, Pinky Pete? 2 fucked up little fingers, courtesy of his big sister.
I got them courtesy of my granny.
But you can't grow up marred with an Irish nana, and that's even today. None of this. You can't give your kids a crack. You can give your kids a crack. And can you imagine the police rocking up at the door and telling your Irish nana, you're not allowed to smack your kids? The policeman would get one round the back of his head.
I was just going to say that there would be no policeman or person that would knock on my grandmother's door to tell her she couldn't wallop her kids. What did you fucking say to me? What did you fucking say? In her younger days, like she was a fiery woman, bless her.
I mean, my nana never swore. She was a real lady. She just never swore at all. The worst she ever said was bloody hell.
Yeah.
And once I heard, and this because her sister, my great auntie Agnes, I'd heard her saying it, and we were pestering. What's for tea? 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 Shit with sugar on. And that's the only other swear word I ever heard her say. Shit with sugar. In fact, I think she said shite with sugar on.
Yeah, that sounds like something my nanny used to say to us. Well, we wouldn't be tormenting her because we knew better. We knew what time we were demanded to be home at, and we just appeared, and then we left again, and then we came home again when it was bedtime. Well,
if you like nowadays, you you have to know where your kids are all the time. There'd be 6 weeks of the summer holidays. They didn't know where the fuck I was. I'd get up and I wouldn't come back till the street lights came on.
Yeah, but the only time we were required to come home was food, dinner times. If you weren't there, you were in trouble. So we always made sure we were home, got fed, and then off out the door again. And they didn't care where we were. Like, just get out, get out from under my feet, get out and play, go, get out. Oh, okay, we're going for a walk. Yeah. Go on, get out.
Did you hear that? I don't know if I sent it to you yesterday. That comedian is from Northumberland, I think, or I don't know, Newcastle way, northeast of England, and he's talking about how you chose people for games at school. You know, if you had to do eeny, meeny, but he said it's like ip dip. And he said, if you work in class, and I don't know if it's the same in Ireland, but in the UK, working class kids, he said there was always an element of swearing in it.
Oh, yeah.
So if you picked, you all had your foot and it'd be like, ip dip, dog shit, you are not it. Or dirty bastard, ugly git. You know, one of those. And then he said, but if you were posh, it'd be like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, fishy by the toe. And then he went, fishy? Really? What did your dad call it? Tiger. Right, okay. So what did your granddad say? I was watching it and absolutely howling. But yeah, we did the same thing. Ip dip dog shit.
Yeah, I think we did the same thing as well. Maybe it wasn't ip dip dog shit, but I can't remember half of the stuff we came out with. But I know a lot of it was, you wouldn't be saying it today. Like, like things with China men sitting on a fence and all sorts of things. And yeah, you wouldn't be singing those songs today. Like, you get fucking.
Well, it was, I think it wasn't the one about a Chinaman milking a cow. Do you remember that one?
I'm trying to remember the ones that we said.
Hold on its tail instead of its tit, and the poor old Chinaman got covered in shit.
Yes.
So you snorted.
Oh, I'm glad it's not me. I have to be careful of my laugh because I don't want Sheila to get sick.
Oh, I know, yeah. And I think the other one, he said they used to sing something like yum yum chewing gum, stick it up the teacher's bum. If it sticks, pull the tits.
My nanny used to say yum yum pig's bum, cabbage and potatoes. That's what she used to say. When you say, what are we having for dinner? Yum yum pig's bum, cabbage and potatoes. That's what you're having. Now shut up and get out.
Well, I remember one of my nana's brothers, my Uncle Peter, he was brilliant. And he used to say, if you had like because there was always somebody raking the knickers out their ass, wasn't there, at a family do, whether it's an old fella or a young kid. And my Uncle Peter would go, itchy bum, money to come, the nearer the hole, the better.
My granny used to say, if you've an itchy arse, butter's getting cheap. I don't know where that one came from. Itchy arse, butter's getting cheap. What?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I used to love all those old. And the other thing, what was that one about? Where'er you be, let your wing go free. About when you farted. Church or chapel, let it out with a rattle.
There was another mad one. A friend of mine was calling to somebody, and she was looking for them anyway. There was an owl at the door. There she is, gone. She says, what? There she is, gone. What? Where is she? There she is, gone. Basically, she's gone out. But like, what the fuck? She was standing looking at this man, a Kerry man, for about 10 minutes trying to work out what the fuck he was trying to tell her. And she kept saying, I'm sorry, can you explain that to me again? I speak Dublin. I speak Dublinese. Oh my God.
Oh God. Do you know, and I had the best, I really did have the best upbringing. Yeah, it was very strict. It was very hard, because, we were farmers. So, farmers, it's farming family on one bit. And then the other bit, they were all flipping soldiers. So, we were never allowed to just arse about and do nothing. There was always a job to do. We used to hide, you'd get up in the morning, you'd run for the mill in the summer holidays because you knew that if you got collared for something.
Oh, that was it.
you'd be cleaning silver or brass or something. I used
Oh,
to hate that.
I hated that so much. Do you know, I even detest the smell of Brasso today. I
Yes.
hate it. Ugh. Go and
Yeah.
clean the door. I don't want to. God, what did you say? Nothing. I'm doing it. Where's the Brasso now? I'm doing it.
People still do that, or is it just old people?
I don't know if people do that anymore, but I mean, that was one thing my nanny used to always have us doing, was getting the Brasso out, cleaning the knockers and the handles on the doors, you know.
Oh. Well, my nana had a load of religious shite, shall we say. Still there, my auntie's got it all now. You know, do you remember, like when my granddad was poorly, and way back in the day, you know, the priest had come out and they'd give
Oh, yeah.
mass at home.
Yeah.
So my nana bought all this palaver. So she had like a chalice and a flipping crucifix, the whole kit and caboodle, and it's all silver. It's all in a presentation thing at home at my Auntie Kay's home, and
Yeah.
that was a Sunday thing. Even when it hadn't been used, it was still shining. One of us got collared for doing the all the religious accoutrements.
Ugh.
Oh, no, I hated it. I hated it. You had
Yeah.
somebody had to do the washing up, someone had to do the dusting, someone had to do the hoovering,
Oh, yeah.
and someone had to do all the Silvo and Brasso
Yeah.
shite.
All hands on deck, wasn't it? It was like nobody was allowed to be lazy, and like there was no such thing as lying or staying in bed and resting over the weekend. It was get up, get up. Oh,
I mean, I think we were the last people. All my friends at school, everybody had central heating. Everybody had central heating, bar us.
no, we didn't have central heating. We had plug-in radiators.
We had a paraffin
We
heater,
had those.
and open fires.
Well, we had the open fires in the bedrooms as well, but I nearly set the house on fire one night. So Granddad was like, absolutely not, never again. So he in temporary pulled out the fireplace. The whole fucking house nearly went up. So he pulled out the fire. So that was the end of the fireplace. And then we had these plug-in radiators. Our rooms were only kind of small, bedrooms were small, and they were absolutely perfectly fine. They made the rooms lovely and toasty, but I'll never forget that. Oh Jesus, my granddad. And he never got angry with us, like especially the grandkids. He never got angry with us, but he nearly lost his fucking life when he saw the smoke billowing out of the bedroom, and I'm there panicking, fanning it, trying to get it to stop burning, and it's burning the carpet, and I'm opening the window.
Been there, done that. Tell you. Did I ever tell you about me when I was on about my nan's father, how he used to clean the soot out the chimney?
No.
Did I not tell you about that? So obviously she was born in Southern Ireland, and I don't know if it's or a granddad even. So they had one of the old single-story Irish longhouses.
Yeah.
And he would put a chicken. He would tie a rope to a chicken's feet, and he'd chuck the chicken up the chimney. And the chimney had flapped like a bastard. All the soot had come down and sorted because he didn't have any sweep brooms.
I've heard people have done that, but I've never actually.
Broken Ireland, yeah. He used to throw a chicken. I was like, that's really tight, that is. Like, well, it wasn't hot. I said, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's what they used to do, going back to the turn of the last century. Yeah,
they weren't going eating the same chicken that day, were they? Please tell me they weren't.
I hope they wouldn't be. I hope they wouldn't be. I think it was just an egg layer, but yeah, he'd get a big chicken and chuck it up the chimney.
It's not use. I remember coming into one of the aunties in Tipperary, and like out the back, and I'm just organising things for dinner, and I'm going out to the park and playing. She had a chicken, and there she was with the broom handle, and I was thrown up everywhere. I was like, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. Yeah, the poor chicken. Yeah,
I've never. Oh, hang on, somebody else has said that. I've heard this from someone. Oh, sorry, that's Stormy. I've heard this from someone recently. I thought they were mad, but this is bonkers to hear someone else say it. Yeah, it's absolutely true, love. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. I never witnessed it. My great grandparents were dead long before I was born. So.
Yeah. No, that's true. I've heard of lots of people saying that their grandparents or whatever done it, but I've never seen it done. Obviously, it's we have other things for doing that now and all that kind of thing. But Yeah, I mean, can you imagine the mess in the sitting room? Jesus Christ, my
Yeah.
grand having a coronary if he had made all that. Well, I mean, he obviously did, but well, not didn't. I don't know. Back in the country, though, I mean, they were different folk back there.
I mean, there's also, hi Alice. There's all sorts of funny things. I mean,
Hi,
I think
Alice.
when they
Brian.
finally got an internal toilet on the farmhouse, my granddad was horrified. Only nasty folk have a toilet in the house.
Oh
But
yeah.
because he was old fashioned like that, you had a bathroom, but you didn't have a bog in there. And he was like, no, only, and he refused to have, because we had an outside lavvy that was down the bottom of the orchard, which is where I had got my outdoor clothes hidden when I was supposed to be going to a friend's. And I didn't. We went out round town clubbing, and I got changed in the ginnel at the back and threw my clothes over, and they hit me granddad on the head as he was coming out the toilet downstairs like 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't have timed it any better. Pissed as a rat. Whee! Throw my stuff over, because we used to climb up the tree outside the bedroom window, so I'd have to kind of bribe my sister not to grass me up. I'd chuck the things over, and then I'd climb up the tree, no matter how pissed I was, and get in that way. But no, I got sussed out that night.
Oh yeah, out the bedroom window. That's what I used to do. Climb out onto the back bedroom window, onto the roof of the kitchen, then tiptoe over all the other roofs of all the other kitchens, down onto Vulture's wall, and then gone.
You had to learn how to escape. You had to.
Yeah, you had to do it at least 10 times in your life.
Yeah, I think this is what people don't realise about country, country people, even now, country people, it's still, I see some of the local kids, there aren't many kids in this village, but I see them doing the same thing. I spotted one of I'm saying my neighbours. I don't have any immediate neighbours. They're probably about 3/4 of a mile away.
Yeah.
I'm walking the dog down. I thought, what's that? The kid who's about 9, lovely little lad. He's hoiking out that bedroom window and coming down the drain pipe. I thought, yep, been there, done that. Good lad.
Well, my two, I swear to God, I could have strangled them because they got out. You have your say your ordinary window, like the top that opens out and then the bottom bit doesn't open. Yeah, well, two little feckers, they climbed out that and went after, because I put them into their bedroom because they were just being so bratty. I put them into their bedroom. I said, that's it, you're staying in there. About 10 minutes later, saw the two of them running past the window going, ah!
My sister was the same. She was a bugger. But you see, I was more bothered about getting in trouble, whereas my sister wasn't. She didn't. She was a real rebel sister. She didn't give a shit if she got caught or not, whereas I did.
Yeah, no, I used to care about getting caught, but not enough to stop me from doing anything. I know I was going to get a hiding anyway. Like, were you with them before they went off and you didn't tell me? I was, yeah. Don't. So you were going to get clobbered no matter what you did. So it was like, fuck it, in for a penny, in for a pound.
I didn't. I was always too bothered. Like, things have changed now, but I was a bit of a goodie because I was very swotty. I was very studious. So all I did was, ride the horses, work around the farm, do my dancing and study. I was really good at school, whereas my sister wasn't. She was never academic, and she didn't like horses, never liked them. So she'd just be like out doing shit and going meeting lads and what have you. She was a bugger, my sister, real rum bugger.
Yeah, but look, it's different times now. Kids, like, their idea of outside playing is putting a virtual reality game on and sitting on their arse. Nothing. It's bizarre. It's like, go out and fucking run around and, make up games, do shit, explore, walk across the field, see what you can find. And no, they don't do any of that anymore.
Yeah. I think that's what I quite like here, because you see that, and I don't know whether it's just because it takes a certain kind of person to live in this area, because we don't have anything, we've no shops, we've no bus, we've got pubs, obviously, hooray, but there isn't anything to do, and people, you've got to be of a certain mindset. It doesn't suit townies here. And I see there's always something for the kids to do. The parents for the children that live here are always doing things with them. They're out and they're You know, there are activities that are organised in the village for kids, and I like that
Yeah,
because that's how I grew up.
Yeah, there's always lots of stuff going on. I have to say around here, they're pretty good about that, keeping the kids occupied. If it's not the GAA, it's hurling or it's basketball, or teaching them about plants, bringing them out foraging or down to the beach if they're
Yeah.
surfing. There's just always something going on for them. I mean, you could be dragged from pillar to post from Monday to Sunday with them with after school stuff or stuff on the weekends. I mean, I used to be run ragged. I mean, it was just, oh, I'm so glad those days are behind me. You'd only pick them up from school, bring them home, get them something to eat, get their home done, off back in the car again, off out to wherever, and wait around for an hour or two, bring them back home. And like I said,
But
never.
you know what? Wait till you get your grandbabies and it all starts again.
Oh no! You had them. No! You had them. They're not mine. It's crying here. Once, mommy. No.
This is why I'm looking at you know, I'm not going to say it. Some people on here know where I want to move to.
Yeah.
You're one of them, and that's it, because I want that community, and where everybody's involved in everything, and it's nice, an old-fashioned community, like a lot of the places are that are in Southern Ireland where you are. I know, modern life catches up with everybody, but there are still little pockets throughout the British Isles and Ireland that you can still get that old-fashioned value lifestyle, and that's what I want.
Yeah, it's like most of the lads around there either a member of search and rescues, or the out in the water search and rescues, or the land search and rescues, or the fire brigade, or so it's all very community sort of based and run. It's really nice, it really is very, very nice. And I mean, if anything terrible goes wrong, you can pick up the phone to one of 10 people, oh my God, this has happened. Yeah, no problem. They'll be out, and it didn't have to be all official. Do you know what I mean? If somebody fell or got hurt, or there's a up here, there's another nurse over there, there's a doctor around the corner, they're just so nice. It's a lovely community to live in because people really do have your back and look after you.
Well, he finds this hilarious, Stevie, because we've got a WhatsApp chat, a village chat, because there are only a couple of hundred people live here, but like I said, we're not next to each other. It's a hamlet. It's little hamlets of 2 houses here, 2 houses there. It's a farming community. So, but he finds it really funny because my phone will be going off, and someone will say, "Oh, there's a sheep out on the top road." So everybody's texting each other because they know what's the marking on it, what number's it, what colour tags it's got. Oh, I know who's that is. And he just laughs and he goes, "Are you all nosy bastards?"
No, we're just looking out for each other. Like, we have a community alert kind of group here as well. Like, if there's something dodgy car going around, everybody's alerted to it. Or if something happens, everybody's alert.
That's a bit here. There was a tinker. Well, they think it was one of there's a tinker site, traveller's site. No, it's not close, but it's within a short drive away. And there's been an Irishman in a white van with no tax, no MOT on it, because somebody got his registration, going around the farms, like mooching around the back of the farm. So he's been sent on his way a couple of times, and they got a photograph of him on somebody's Ring doorbell. But it's that type of thing goes all around. So
yeah, but that's great though. I mean, like, how much machinery and tools and stuff like that has been lifted over the years from farms and work things. Well, it's a fucking nightmare.
Somebody took my trailer. That was like 10 grand's worth of Ifa Williams Hunter trailer gone.
Well, it's funny, when we were living in an old house years ago. Well, it wasn't an old house, it was a new house, but it's gone back a good few years ago, maybe 10 years ago now. I had a little kitten and a little puppy, and I brought them out because I was trying to train them, brought them out it was 8 o'clock in the evening, and my next door neighbor at the time, his garage would have been next to the end of my house. No, like there was still a bit of space in between us, and grass and sheds and whatnots, and but you could still talk to each other. And he used to reverse his van right up to his garage door because that was his workshop. He was a carpenter. So I happened to be out, and my other half was away this weekend. I had the girls in the house on my own, and this traveller from nowhere, and I said, "What you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm just looking for my friend." And I spotted the van a little bit further on down. I said, "Well, your friend doesn't fucking live here." I said, "You want to move now?" And I'm just looking. I said, "No, you're not fucking looking." I said, "You're moving now."
Yeah.
Right, I'm going in to get my other half. My other half wasn't there, but our 2 cars were there. You know, he said, "I'm going, missus, I'm going, I'm going. There's no need that I'm going, I'm going." I said, "Yeah, we'll go and keep fucking going." You know, but I
Yeah.
was shaking when I come in. And of course I rang my other half, like, because there was another 2 lads in the van. Like, there was one sort of squashed in the middle, and there was another one. Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, there's no way in hell I'm taking on 3 lads with my 2 kids inside this
No.
house. So I locked up all the doors, but I grabbed a hold of the gun. Oh,
Yeah.
my heart was racing. Ray said, "Fuck it, grab it. Like, you know, if you're in that house and you're alone, those with the 2 kids," he said, "I don't care." And I said, "No, I don't either, but it's the girls I'm worried about, not me, you know." Your head just, that's me. I just go into a mad panic spin, you know. But yeah, no, he was
Nowadays,
so glad.
they're
He
just
was,
tea leaves, aren't they? But you
yeah,
know, that's the one thing. And I'll be. I know there's different tales about different people, but any dealings I've had with thieving off the travelling community, it's just been thieving. There's
yeah,
not been violence or threats, or
no,
not like nowadays. Especially what's going on in Ireland with all
yeah,
the new Irish people.
yeah,
Uh,
no, it's mad.
you know, you'd get robbed, and you'd be robbed, and that was the end of it. And you put an insurance claim in, or you didn't, and that was it. But now it's you get robbed, and you get knifed, or you get raped, or you get
Yeah,
murdered.
no, yeah, scary. Yeah, like my neighbor was like, he was nearly crying with happiness. He said, "I have my father's tools and my grandfather's tools in there." He
Oh,
said,
God.
he said, "I would have been heartbroken." You know, so I was like, "Oh no, it's okay, it's fine," you know, but like maybe get a camera or something and keep it outside.
Mm,
I couldn't get the reg because that part of the van was just shaded behind the wall there. So but
no.
yeah, so I mean, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be in the safest place of the world, and you'll still get these chancers chancing their arm. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's when they take sentimental
That's
valued items, it might just look like a hammer to you
yeah,
and somebody nicks it, but it's a hammer that your granddad, the last time before he died, he ever made anything was with that hammer. It's things like that, and cut the
yeah,
bloody fingers off.
yeah. I
But
know,
for
and
the
that's why
most part, oh, sorry.
I was no, I was going to, and that's why I have a problem. You know, when you go to all car boot sales and things like that, and you see them there, and they're all selling
Oh,
tools.
yeah.
You know full well they're all at the been robbed. If they weren't robbed in Ireland, they were robbed in the UK to be sold in
Yes.
Ireland, and vice versa. You know, so I'm always saying to people, if you're going to the car boot sales, please don't buy any machinery or tools or anything like that off them, because it's just encouraging the fuckers to keep doing it. You know.
Yeah, they do it here.
No,
They
I
do
know
it
you're here too.
I've seen people rocking up, and there's certain people,
Yeah.
demographics, that are with vans full of stuff that's got tags on it,
Oh yeah.
things that have even got where the tradesman has written on them in the ultraviolet pen,
Yeah.
and they know it's all robbed, and they've got vans full of it.
I know. Yeah, I don't agree with that. And you know,
No.
like, even like my dad is like, "Ah, come on," he said, "you have to have some standards in life." You
I know.
know?
Hi,
But
Deborah, and welcome back, Alice. Alice is back.
hey, Deborah. Oh, hi,
Well,
Alex. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Sorry
I only
about that.
know it's on the
I
telly. Well, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, my darling, because I've got a pony to bring in, and a horse to bring in, and tea to make.
oh, and well, listen. How's the horsies doing? How are the babies?
They're absolutely fine.
Oh,
Absolutely fine.
and how's
Very
my Super?
fast. Cooper's okay. hello, baby. He heard his name then. He's okay. But he
Oh,
now starts doing the wall of death. He thinks he is back to being a puppy again.
oh,
Now he knows that every night when you know who walks through the door, he's going to get the massivest walk. So he's going to have 7 or 8 miles of, and our 7 or 8 miles, he's probably run 20, 25 because he's up and down, up and down, up and down.
oh, bless him.
So he'll start yapping and doing cartwheels, and he
Oh,
won't shut for about 15 minutes. So, but he's all right. But he's looking forward to he's
getting out
looking
the
forward.
legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but thank you for having me up. It's been
No, it's lovely chatting to you. Yeah, we definitely have to have a catch up soon because I miss you, girl. I haven't had a chance to chat to you in ages.
I know. Well, I know that you've had all your visitors. You've
I
been
know.
up to with Gav. And how is he doing, by the way? Is he any?
Yeah, this headache is still kind of very bothersome. He's kind of weak, and he's just look. We're just praying that everything. I don't know whether I just blocked it out or I didn't accept it into my brain, but I didn't realize when he had the bone marrow transplant, if it didn't take that, like he was going to die fairly rapidly of massive organ failure. I didn't realize that, and I was pretty sort of messed up last week and this week still over it, so yeah, I'm just sort of trying to come to terms with that, and just you have to believe he's going to be the 1 in 4 that's going to make it, so
Well, you know what? While you've got, how many people are in chat? I can't see.
I don't 19.
Right. Right. I'm going to ask everybody in chat because we've not done this for a while. We used to always do it, didn't we? Firm believer in the power of positive thought. And, regardless of what you believe in, who you believe in, what religion, what belief system you've got, can all of you, because, Wiccan's doing this and she is beside herself. Her best friend in the world is going through
Yeah.
awful cancer treatment at the moment. So can we all please do positive thoughts for Gav? He's got a 1 in 4 chance. We want to make him that 1 in 4. So if I don't ask anything else of anyone, can you all please send positive thoughts to Gav and Wiccan Moon?
That's really kind of you. Thank you, because I wouldn't think of asking that because I'm too caught up in my thoughts at the minute. So that's really thanks, Ellen. Well,
Right.
listen, you've got to go. I've got to get out of here as well and try and finish off work that I started. But thank you so much, sweetheart, for coming up. It was brilliant to catch up with you. It's always great to chat to you.
You too, darling. Thank you, everyone in chat. I'm going to jump down. Thank you.
Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much, folks. That really means so much to me. It really does. I would never have thought of asking that of anybody. It just wouldn't have entered my head. And so I really do appreciate it. So we have to believe he's going to be the 1 in 4 that's going to make it through. And I do believe he will. I'm hopeful. We'll just say that. We'll be hopeful. Right. Lovely people. On that note, I want to thank everybody for coming in and chatting and staying and listening to us having the crack and waffling on as usual. Thanks everybody for coming in. It was lovely to see everybody, and I'll catch you all maybe next week. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.